had a lot of big linemen, maybe too big in some cases. Do you like how their bodies progressed?
Absolutely.
Here?
Yeah, you know, when you're working in a tempo offense, the bodies that you used to want for the way that certain guys look, offensive line-wise, receiver-wise, as a general rule, we'll have those guys carry a little bit less weight than what maybe the old school used to say, just so we can continue to stay optimal and we can move fast enough to be able to play at that tempo. Most of you, if not all of you, have been out at practice. You know, I was pleased with the tempo yesterday. I thought it was pretty good. We were moving around pretty good. It was our first day back over on the turf fields, and really that was just a safety precaution. The fields were a little bit soft over there, and we'll do that again today. We'll be back over there on the turf. The field is still a little bit soft, and we want to make sure that we're safe with those guys. So we don't want to have any injury risk there. So we'll be back over here again today, and hopefully we'll get back over there to the grass fields tomorrow. But really, you know, their weight is a big deal for us. We put a lot of time and energy and effort into optimal weight, and particularly with those big guys. Those guys have to be able to move, and they have to be able to move at a high tempo for a long period of time. So it's hard to do that when you're sometimes 3 to 5 pounds extra can change everything. If you do a little research, and you know, really there's going to be a lot of articles probably in the NFL coming out right now with camp, and you'll hear the real pros that have been doing it for a while. They'll almost always refer to being healthy and having their weight at the right area. It has a lot to do with optimal. Just 2 or 3 pounds can make a whole lot of difference in soft tissue injuries. So we put a lot of emphasis on that. It's the first thing we go over in our staff meeting every day is where are you at weight-wise, where are each one of your players at, and you know, how are they carrying that weight, and is it optimal for them? So yeah, we do. We put a lot of emphasis on that.
Does that change the way you evaluate offensive linemen when you're recruiting now?
We're certainly not afraid to take a little bit lighter guy up front, knowing that those guys can easily get bigger. Sometimes it's harder for a really big guy to get smaller, but we won't be shying away from that because we know what we do can, you know, by nature kind of take that weight down to where we need it. But it does, you know, there's some guys that we can take that might be a little bit lighter for some, that they might be able to work out for us, particularly if the frame's right, that looks right. It looks like it can carry that kind of weight.
Big layer